Okay, so I'm doing this video based on some more comments that I've gotten. One of which was someone inquiring whether or not my nutrition approach is unhealthy. Because they see videos of me and Instagram posts of me eating cheeseburgers. Well, actually, usually those cheeseburgers aren't even with buns, but pizza, cheese quesadillas, chocolate, pop chips, the list, ribs and French fries. The list goes on and on. And so they're worried, like, Greg, like, it seems like all you care about is like hitting your calories and getting some balance of macros, but is that really healthy? Is that really healthy that you're, eating chocolate and that, you're having French fries and it's like sometimes every day? Like, surely that's bad for you, Maybe you can achieve a lean physique, but your health is going to be damaged in years to come. Well, let me first say that a lot of the stuff I talk about actually has incredible health benefits, life extension properties, and also reduces the risk of numerous diseases, or has been, correlated to a reduced risk of numerous diseases. Fasting, incredible for your health, massively incredible for your health. You also notice that you fast, you will probably rarely, if ever, get sick. It gives your body a natural time to detoxify itself, and so on and so forth. Getting to a low body fat, going lower in calories than most people will eat, also has life extension benefits and slows down aging. Coffee drinkers have a reduced risk of numerous diseases, and also when they've looked at studies comparing coffee drinkers to non-coffee drinkers spanning 20-30 years, they find that the coffee drinkers die less. So basically you're going to become immortal. Okay, also understand that a lot of the stuff people term as bad foods, cheeseburger, French fries, chocolate, ice cream, hell, people even say potatoes are bad for you. Some people even say fruit is bad for you, okay? A lot of these stuff people coin as bad for you, it's not that it's bad for you, it's that when you eat too many calories and gain fat, that's what's bad for you. So people look at cheeseburgers like cheeseburgers make you fat, therefore they're bad for you. Ice cream makes you fat, therefore it's bad for you. But it's a context game, okay? If you're eating, some fruits, some veggies, some lean protein, and you fit in some chocolate in there, that's not bad for you, okay? If your calories are dialed in, you're not in a huge surplus, there's nothing wrong with that. Cholesterol and saturated fat actually are really important in promoting healthy testosterone levels. And as long as you're not sitting on the couch every day, getting no activity, eating at 1,000 calorie surplus with tons of crap, but crap in a surplus, then saturated fat is not unhealthy. When they've looked at athletes that were sustaining their weight, eating tons of saturated fat had no ill effects. So also understand that. And then also understand that diet is one small role. Well, it's important, but it's one piece of the pie in terms of being healthy. There's many other important factors. Being miserable is really fucking unhealthy. Being miserable is really unhealthy. Not socializing is also unhealthy. Stress is really stress, because I teach people not to be stressed, to enjoy the journey, to imbue the journey with all this positivity, center yourself in the moment. Well, stress is really bad for you, okay? One thing I'm super passionate about is using only natural body products. For example, I use a natural deodorant. I use natural body wash with no fragrance. I use like a natural shampoo. I use fragrance-free laundry detergent. I use all this natural stuff because the chemicals that we expose ourselves to and put in our skin actually, possibly absorb a lot more and a lot more toxic than what we put in our mouth. And also I have, asthma, and I'm really sensitive to different chemicals that will fuck my breathing up. So that, putting on Axe body spray and cologne and, all this chemical shit is bad for you. And so ultimately, kind of jumping on my approach and watching me enjoy some chocolate or French fries while getting leaner, while getting a lot of vitamin mineral rich foods like lean beef, and eggs and fruit. And potatoes are actually, pretty damn healthy if you look at the nutrition data on them, and some veggies and stuff. So like kind of jumping on that and be like, oh, this is so unhealthy is downright wrong. Now you could determine, like, also we have no kind of way of determining what is the healthiest diet. Some people say, veganism is the healthiest. Other people say paleo or gluten-free. And actually I don't eat gluten because it also tends to, I'm intolerant, but I don't define myself as being gluten-free. But other people have all these like different answers to what's healthiest and what's not. And we don't really, like, there's some people just cherry pick whatever supports whatever they believe in. And so no, we don't have one universal consensus on what is healthy. Like I said, some people think fruit is bad for you. So ultimately, what I would recommend is, just balance, moderation, enjoy life, being lean is really, really, really healthy. Maintaining a low body fat is really, really healthy. It's very clear that being overweight is bad for you. So eat in a way that allows you to stay lean. Eat vitamin mineral rich foods, but you don't have to go crazy, because a lot of times if you try and follow all the rules and like eat this and this is healthy, you end up eating too many calories. That's why I don't eat nuts, but I will eat chocolate. So eat foods that you enjoy, foods that have that are high in vitamins and minerals, and enjoy life. And then also, if you want to take it a step further, stop throwing all this chemical crap on you, all this toxic stuff on you. Use natural body washes, shampoos, deodorants, laundry detergent. Don't wear cologne and perfume, because all that stuff is definitely damaging. And listen to your body. And if there's a certain food that either you can't control, so you end up overeating your calories, then cut it out. There's a certain food that like you have negative experiences with. Maybe it's dairy, maybe it's gluten, maybe it's hell, maybe it's apples, whatever. Then don't eat it. Like, I feel amazing on my diet. I feel incredible. I went to I've gone and done health checkups, and like the doctors are like, whatever the fuck you're doing is working. But that's just from the stuff that I've done. I don't want to like jinx anything, but whatever. So the point is like, eat in a way that you enjoy, because if you're miserable on a diet, that's more unhealthy, okay? So if you're a paleo guy or a vegan guy or girl and you're doing that diet and it's taking a lot out of you to stick to it, you're getting all these cravings, that's more unhealthy than enjoying yourself in moderation. So enjoy your diet, man. Enjoy the journey. Don't wear fucking cologne. Have fun. Be social. Go to social gatherings, talk to people. Humans are social creatures. Enjoy life, be present. Don't let your mind create all this stress into the future. Accept whatever's going on. Like a lot of times, I think a lot of times what we suppress kind of lives inside us as the pain body, and that has negative health consequences. Eckhart Tolle talks about this. Like, if you any sort of negative emotion that hasn't been accepted and dealt with, it lives in that body, and if it's there for long enough, it will manifest into a physical symptom. So humans are so scared of feeling anything that's negative. Let's feel good. Oh, you're sad, let's make you happy. You did. So it's all about taking you away from your experience, taking you away from your emotion. If there's one final lesson, I would say, let yourself feel whatever you're feeling. That's the only way to become free of it. So if something happens, maybe, you didn't get some job, or, you broke up with your girl and you're sad, or, some loss in your life, or could be anything. Maybe someone, maybe you're 5 years old watching this and someone took your toy. Any sort of loss, you don't just run away from it or suppress it or, shut yourself down. Allow that to be there, man. Just allow yourself to feel that experience, and then you'll resolve it without creating that pain body or creating that stress and that cortisol response. So at the end of the day, I believe that, the stuff that I'm teaching is definitely going to promote incredible health, and even while eating chocolate and pop chips and enjoying yourself, because If you're getting leaner, hitting your goals, and you're feeling amazing, and you're happy because you're enjoying stuff that you get, you're not feeling deprived. Well, that's going to make you a lot healthy because, nutrition is just one piece of the pie, and you're still getting great nutrition if you're following my rules. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to talk about as far as being healthy is concerned. Nope, that's it. Okay, guys, make sure to, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Comment below and share your thoughts on the matter. And I know a lot of people follow my approach. They've gone to their doctors and their health markers improved massively, hugely. Testosterone levels are higher, blood lipid profile is much better, cholesterol's down, so on and so forth. So if you have not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And that's it. Bye.